You know, as little girls, as tiny little girls, from the time we're just but bambino-fies, from the time we're just little humans, we play games like house, where the little girl is playing mock wedding with the little boy from next door, and everybody rocks up and they eat out of little toy cutlery, out of little toy crockery, and using little toy cutlery, and they bring my kipi mazimba lidi mayo go the wedding. And Sizwe and Karabo are a bride now. Kilili twang 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 libone. Yeah, as little girls, we've been basically fantasizing about that day to a point of even putting it in a game as little children, right? Type establishment thing. So by the time a woman finally gets married, you need to understand it's been a long anticipated thing. They've been dreaming about it since they were pretty much in their diapers. Listen, I don't kid you not. When they were like Hlongwane in their mother's wombs, they were trying to pick a wedding gown. I'm not lying. Anyway, yeah. Of course, that is a hyperbole. Don't come at me and say, see, she speaks lies on Christianity, so she's not the real deal. It's a metaphor, a figure of speech. It is there to create emphasis. Kopa, don't come at me with all that nonsensicalism. Anyway, whatever. And I also get to make up that word nonsensicalism. Little girls are perpetually, from the time they're as tiny as they can possibly remember, just besotted with the prospect of their wedding days. And these wedding days, how they fathom them in their hearts and in their minds as little girls, are exactly how it is that we still fathom them as we get older. A day of great adorning, a day of great beautifying, a day of you wearing the most expensive thing you'll ever wear and never wear it again, a day of putting on makeup through an artist. Now you do your own face beat for what, for who? I mean, even if I was a makeup artist, I would still hire someone on my wedding day, right? A day where you do things that you would not necessarily do under normal circumstances. And we think about this since we, like, you know, basically from as soon as we can breathe, for ourselves. And then a woman comes to Christ before she gets married, right? And marries in the Lord, and unfortunately, however, attends a church like that of Brother Enigma's. And this Brother Enigma is then like, I am here, waiting for you, to forget about all your dreams ever since you were 12 years old, 2 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. Leba, dream on, girl, about your full face beat done by a makeup artist, and dream on also about certain wedding gowns. Lebala, you're gonna have to be plain, not too much embroidery, not too much jewelry, no, not too many diamonds. Just be plain, because this is what makes for a happy God when the bride looks like that.